Hi, it's Dave from Driving Venture again. I am headed for another
Primark!
it's not going to be Costco Drive this time, although we are going quite close by. Today is our first episode of Primark Drives.
And if you didn't know, I've left primary school.
She has. It's all over. Next stop, the big school.
Write down in the comments if you have any tips.
So anyway, in today's video, I am going to be talking to you a little bit about my thoughts after having driven those two fab shark blue GT3s, brand new. Both of them covered a matter of a few hundred miles each, and getting my hands on those cars, big thanks to the owners allowing us to get access to those two cars. And we began the review, or got hold of the cars, at Porsche Centre South Lakes, which is now open, fully operational there at junction 35 on the M6. Just a great facility for them. It's just great to see that. So that's where we began, and then we went up towards Hartside and did some driving around there. So what do I think of the new GT3? Well, it's like anything with Porsche. When it's new, it's hot off the press, limit on allocation, bulletproof residuals. Although I have to say, some of these overs that I've seen being asked for for the GT3, I think it's just absolutely ridiculous. 265,000, come on, just get real here now. Whoever buys that car at that price, if it changes hands anywhere near that, you're going to be nursing a big loss, a big loss. So unless you just got money to put on the fire, I wouldn't be doing it. I actually think, although it is a limited allocation car, we are going to see more GT3s. They're still making the Spider, they're still making the GT4. It's been over 2 years since it was launched, so think about it. Don't be jumping in and being silly. But there'll be some people that do that. If you've got the money to throw away like that, then fair enough. You've got to have the latest thing. And I'm going to come back to a little bit about that later on in today's video, about Porsche and the cars.
You might see me with a Starbucks and a donut.
Yeah, because you are partial. Like Dad likes cars, you like Krispy Kreme, you like Starbucks,
I like shopping,
etc. You like shopping.
I like spending Dad's money. That's basically.
So anyway, so the new GT3, well, it's 100% better than the last one in terms of the front end. For me, the turn-in was very RS-esque, you could say. Sharper, more responsive, and I noticed the difference from the GT3 to the RS when I made that change. The front end was just sharper, just more connected, and just you could just place it better. And I think that's really what's happened. In addition to that, obviously, it's got, if you're in the steel brakes, they've slimmed the weight on them, although they're and they actually increased the performance. And then you've got your lightweight glass, you've got your carbon roof option, etc. So as a package, it steps it on. Now, it's not a massive step for me, but they'll say that, but I think it's incremental improvements, and I think it's a car that's going to be in demand. And I think people were surprised that I would have selected the PDK, and I think the reason for that is because the ratios in a 7-speed PDK a little bit narrower and shorter, and I just think it suited it for me. And I honestly, when I went into it, knowing I was driving both of them, manual, PDK, I thought it's probably gonna be a manual for me, because I've been without a manual now for since January 2020. Although that's about to change soon, and more on that later on in the video. So just a great car, and I think it's going to be really popular. But I just don't buy these overs. In terms of colour, sharp blue absolutely pops, and I think those silver wheels really suited it. So there we go. If you can get one. I mean, it's got to be a car to get if you can get one, because I think, again, residual values, it's interesting because the whole market's gone crazy, and if you look at car I sold back in 2020, you're looking at an increase of perhaps 20,000 over what I sold my car for, because the market seems to have got a lot stronger. So there we go.
Sorry I haven't been in the video.
No, it's been a bit shy, a bit coy, and they've managed to fix this bit of asphalt so it's not as bumpy now on the way to where we're going. Anyway, also my Spider went into build, and I'm pleased to say it's finished and it's now in transportation. So it's somewhere in the logistical chain to get the car now to Porsche Centre, South Lakes, and that's either going to be at the compound at Zifferhausen, or it's going to be on a train to Emden, or it's going to be at the compound at the port of Emden, or on a boat coming across the North Sea, or somewhere like that. So it's not far away now. There's an outside chance it will arrive.
Stay tuned.
There's an outside chance it will arrive in July.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and put the notification bell on.
That's right, that's it, yeah. So it's getting closer, and obviously I'm excited because it's it's just going to be a complete dream spec for me, I have to say. And I've also as we've got the next video you're going to see is going to be the Meister 981 GT4 with all of its exciting upgrades. That's coming right up this coming Sunday. But Meister have put the order in for the car graphic exhaust system, so the manifolds, the revised OPFs, and also the back box, X racing pipe, plus I'm going for the single mass flywheel, and there's going to be the car graphic controller for the exhaust, so I can have the valves closed, standard option, factory settings, or valves fully open. So I just think it's the best one. I've looked at them all. There's loads of them. I know JCR are very popular in the UK, but this is the one. It's a German manufacturer. I spoke to the owner on the phone and can't wait to get that system fitted on it. So so there we go. So it's very close now. So I'll have to figure out, obviously, when I'm going to do the reveal on the colour. Though a few people that know me do know, but anyway, it's just a great colour. I'm really looking forward to seeing it on the car. Okay, that leads me on to talk a little bit about Porsche cars, and I've said this, I might have discussed this before, but I'll mention it again. Now, I recently went to a Porsche club night. It was a good evening, a nice meal out and a bit of chatter. And the thing is when you see, and I found it really hit me when I went to Meister, because when you go in their facility and you see some of their cars, the 9M cars that have had all the interior redone, and the suspension uprated, and they've had all the paintwork done, and it's just like, obviously you can't buy a Singer. Well, you can if you're ultra wealthy, but the wait on getting one's enormous.
Dad, do you know the word's Primark?
I think so, yeah. So they had one of their cars in there, and it's 964, just retro, but all the cool stuff inside, and it just absolutely spoke to him as like, yes, I've got to have one of those cars one day, something like that, because it's the shapes, it's the old shapes. The 964, the 993, they're absolutely gorgeous. So,
write in the comments what colour you think the car is.
That's it, yeah. Anyway, so just talking about the age of Porsche cars, you see these mid 993s and you see these cars and you think to yourself, holding onto a car is just not a bad thing with Porsche. They just end up coming back, and it's not just because of the hype right now on prices, it's just generally speaking they're a great investment for the long run, because ultimately people really want these cars, and so they're always in demand, so you want a winner. So there we go. So that's why I think,
I know the colour of
Porsche's yeah, I know, but you'll probably let the cat out of the bag, won't you, I would imagine. I mean, I've got to be careful there. Don't know if you have to cancel the Krispy Kremes. So yes, this very Sunday, tomorrow, I'm recording this on Saturday the 24th, we are doing our next driving venture drive, and these are so exciting and they're so good, and it's great value for money, Michael. Let me tell you, you will not be disappointed. You get involved, you'll be driving your car, you'll be loving it, and that's the whole idea. Now, we have had people contact me on Instagram and message me and say, well, is that car acceptable? Is that car acceptable? We don't really have a car list as such, you know. I am going to limit certain types of car because that's just what I'm going to do. But a lot of people think it's just a Porsche club. But it's not. It isn't obviously the Porsche club, you know. But it is a club for people who've got sports cars, want to enjoy driving, want some great photos and shots of your cars and some great times. It's all very sensible, you know. It's not mega money. So bear it in mind, and if you are on the fence, contact me, email me, david@drivemech.com, or Instagram message me, or whatever you do. You know, get in touch, however you want to do it, and we can have a chat about it.
My Instagram.
The Highlands
My
is coming.
Instagram's
Yeah,
Emily.
that's right. Yeah. And Poppy Snuggles 21, I think.
Yeah.
But also, we've got the Highlands coming up, the Thrones tour coming up. So again, if you've never done the Highlands, or you want to go to Highlands with like-minded people, have some great times, great photography, just an ultra great time, then just pay the money, just come, because you won't regret it. And that's why a lot of people come on my trips to come again and again, because we have such a great crack. It's such a great time, and the roads are heavenly. And now we're getting out of this blasted lockdown, and no more, you know, masks and all that.
You won't have to wear a mask in Primark, right?
No, I don't. I've not brought one with me. It's not the law anymore now, so you don't need to worry. So there we go. Okay, I also just want to touch on the watch I'm wearing today, which is my 116619. I don't know actually if I've actually ever put this watch on a video or talked about it, but it's another one in my collection, watch in my collection, that's now been discontinued, and we've now got the new 126619, which has the blue bezel and the black dial. This is known as the Smurf, the blue and blue look, and it's a dial on on this watch that does all the talking. It's just absolutely knockout, and prices are on the rise. So I'm just so pleased I have it. It's probably my most worn solid precious metal watch, this one. Submariners is so versatile. You know, just had it on yesterday. You know, you go into car parks, you got an hour, just put it on your timer, on your watch, on the bezel. It's just absolutely perfect. So for that, I've had it so many years as well. So it's just a super watch, and only going to appreciate in value as a great investment.
That's not by far the best one.
Well, there are some ones that Emily likes in particular.
He's got a really nice aquatic blue, and it's got blue in the middle, and then it's got like
the Platinum Daytona. That's the one you want, isn't it?
I'm having that when I'm older.
Yeah, we'll see that. We'll see about that. We'll have to see about that. Never know. It depends if you do well at school and behave yourself. So yeah, so it's Primark time, and Emily caught me on the hop yesterday and asking me if you could go, and I said...
No. He said that he would take me on the last day when I leave primary.
I know.
So
it's like a celebration, isn't it now? No more primary school, and you're going to become a teenager before too long, and you're off to the big school, aren't you? Now that's it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But I think people have wondered where you've been, Emily, because you haven't been on the channel for ages and that.
Yeah.
But we have to get in that GT3, don't we? Because it is mega. It is mega.
I have some news actually.
Oh.
I don't have to wear a car seat anymore.
You'd have to sit in one anyway, because you're getting so tall now, yeah. Getting so tall, yeah. So what cars have I got coming up on the channel that I'm going to review? I haven't actually got any. I haven't actually got one. I'm thinking to myself, yeah, that's a car I'm going to review. I know some people have ordered the new Targa, so I might have a chance for one of those. I'm still hopeful I might be able to get into the Speedster at some point and give that a whirl.
Dad, there's 2 lanes. You have to go into one to get to the Primark.
All right, we'll have a look. So, yeah, I mean, I'm just hoping I can. Maybe that Cayenne GT that's just been launched by Porsche, setting records on the Nürburgring. No slouch, that thing. So maybe I'll get behind the wheel of one of those, and maybe I'll have another look at a Taycan again, because I am looking at this Cross Turismo more carefully, just because of all the tax breaks. I mean, this car is amazing. It just growls and goes and sounds brilliant, but it costs me a fortune to run it. Tax is obviously not friendly.
Porsches are always worth money though.
But I think the Cross Turismo, coming more and more into my thinking. So we'll have to see. So I think that's probably a car I will try and review. As much as I'm not really a global climate change sort of fundamentalist believer.
Tell you what, guys.
But this car's got the tunes, you know, it's great.
Primark is by far the best clothes shop.
I know, you can go in there and fill your boots and you come out and it's like less than £100, isn't it, Emily? But that's not a figure you might necessarily be spending today. We'll just have to see.
Well, we'll see. We'll see how I go. We'll see.
Yeah.
Could I also get a Starbucks, please?
We'll see. We'll see. So that's what's coming up. So when I get stationary, I'll just show you this watch. Get a close up if I can on it. It's just been a great watch to have. Really have enjoyed wearing it. And the Submariners have just gone crazy in terms of people wanting them. And now, of course, this one's the discontinued version too. It's
so Primark.
absolutely perfect. Here. Yeah, I know. Don't worry. I know how to get there, darling. Don't worry.
And then you have to go through like nothing, and then there's 2 lanes you have to get in, and then one that leads.
All right. Okay. Well, we'll get back to you shortly.
No.
What?
Let's end the video one more.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, have you got your mind on a few things that you like then?
Well, I want to copy my sister. She's got this really cute like baby blue bag, and if they still have it, I'm gonna get one of those.
Oh, right. Interesting times. Okay, what a mix you got on this channel. Good heavens. So
you've got
yeah.
Costco Drives, you've got Porsches, you've got.
Also, let me tell you a little bit about my experience of Goodwood. I didn't put anything on my Instagram. It's just actually sometimes it's just nicer to switch off and not do anything like that, to be honest with you. So yeah, the cars that stood out to me, touring, looks really good. Porsche GT3 touring. I like getting up close to the Costa Turismo from Porsche, so I sat on it. I'll be honest, it didn't feel as big inside as it looks outside. The boot isn't as big as anything like this. So I don't know, it's just maybe not as practical, but from a performance point of view, I don't want turbo, I think. You know, they're not cheap, but it's just the tax brakes. 21-inch wheels, a nice colour, you know. Obviously, the battery range is going to improve with these cars as time rolls on.
And hopefully,
yeah.
I've got a phone early.
What's that?
I've got a phone early. But Dad said that he might do an upgrade.
Yeah, we need to sort your phone out at some point. I'm not doing it today though. Never got the Trafford Centre on a Saturday. Crazy actually going here today because it's just so busy. But no.
He did promise, so we can't break a promise. That's just.
Yeah, and I think Primark is it not over there in that other bit over there?
It is. It's down there.
And then you turn left, isn't it? Is that where it is?
Yeah, it is.
Down there, and then you go left.
Down there, you know where that bridge is there, what the police stuff is? Okay. Go down there, and then you'll see the Primark sign.
Yeah, I know where it is now, yeah, okay, sound.
So I'm very excited to spend our money.
Yeah, so when we get stationary, I'll just give you a little look at this watch, so you can check it out.
Then how many watches?
Very few.
How many
watches? No, I'm not
actually
discussing that at the moment, I don't think.
Dad, look, there's your favourite shop, Selfridges. Or Louis Vuitton.
I don't think it's my favourite, but you know, it's a nice shop.
Yeah.
I don't go shopping anymore. What about you guys? Since lockdown came, everything just happens online now, for me.
Yeah, this is actually the first time I've actually been like shopping with Dad. Because normally.
What I should do, I should put you on YouTube with your own channel, and it'll just take off. You'll get thousands and thousands of miles more subscribers than me.
How many things I can fit in my basket?
Yeah.
Oh my word!
I think so. I think that's it there, isn't it now? Is that where it's in there? Isn't it? You go through then, you go off left, and it's in there, isn't it? Yeah. Okay. All right.
But there's an entrance that you need to go into specifically to get inside the shop.
Right. Well, you have to go on my drives. What do you like about my drives? When you go on them, what do you like about it? Because you do come on them, don't you? You've been on them for a while, haven't you?
I haven't been in Dad's Porsche for a while.
No, not on film anyway.
Yeah, not on film.
There we go.
Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, okay. So you're getting all excited?
Yeah. A, because I'm spending your money and not my own.
Emily, there's no such thing as your money. I have to tell you that. Now, how on earth did that traffic light thing get knocked over like that, Emily?
Where?
No, on the ground there. Come on.
I think something might have crashed.
I think so, yeah.
Turn that way.
You're right, got that completely wrong. Okay. So when we get stationary, we'll give you a whirl.
Yeah, you go down here.
It's been so hot, hasn't it? It's been absolutely so
Dad,
hot.
imagine if you brought your Porsche down here.
Yeah, I don't really want to do. I don't really want to do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
I tend to just like to go and get my petrol in it. I don't really like to come out shopping in it.
Dad, I'm
Really.
going to ask you this.
What?
What's your favourite bit about your Porsche? Favourite part?
Well, that's another thing. Coming back to the 992 GT3, you know, it does sound very good under a stock system. I wasn't expecting that, and I think that's a big thing that Porsche learned from the you know, the 992.2 OPF situation. They realised they needed a car that sounded really, really good.
Yep.
Right, here we go. Parking. We're going in here now. I think this is what we're doing.
Yeah,
Isn't
and
it?
then you can pick any spot you want because.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do.
Guys, I'm so excited about.
Oof.
Tell you what, you may think that I get like loads from Dad, which is true.
I don't know whether you deserve it. That's the problem. That's the problem we've got, isn't it?
Your Dad,
The problem we've got in it, really.
I'm a queen. I deserve stuff.
Princess.
Thanks. I'm a queen.
Yeah.
So, if I was a queen, you know what I'd do? I'd make everything free. Every single thing free.
I'll give you that.
And we are here. So, we will.
So there we go. Okay, now before we go anywhere,
Yes,
turn the engine off.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do somewhere on it. 1116619
I'm so excited.
sub. So yeah,
You're following me in Primark. I'm going where I want.
it's just such a crisp watch. I love the polished centre link, and there we go. Sit back a bit now. So there we go. That's the blue dial, and it really does pop. Really does pop.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Such a practical watch, you know, keeping time, setting your time, you know, for elapsed time. It's really handy. Okay, oh yeah, I've had a haircut as well. You haven't noticed, but
yeah, well,
I just love it.
Stay tuned because we're going to come back with Primark stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
There might be 2 bags. You never know.
So yeah, it's understated. It's a watch you can wear every day. Doesn't shout too much, but it's really nice. So shopping. Speak to you in a minute.
And Primark.
And just like that, you spend like 70 quid. Just gone. So there we go. I am so looking forward to the Highlands trip. It is coming up now. It's a matter of weeks away. Another trip, which isn't a drive adventure trip, it's more of a reconnaissance mission, which I'm doing in October, all being well. Obviously now everything's opened up in England. What's happening is we're going to get case counts are going to go up. So other countries might just say, well, we're not letting you in. So I don't know. So far, I can get to the Netherlands, Europort. I can get through Germany. I can get through Switzerland, Italy. Slightly different story, but I can stay there. Then we're going to go up. Then that's 2 days in Italy, Bormio area. Then we're going up to Austria. So I'm doing a bit of a reconnaissance mission because I want to put a trip on next year to Europe. We'll see what happens. So that's the reason I'm going there. So that's going to come straight after the Highlands trip. So yeah. So if you fancy the Highlands, then let Drive Adventure take you there, because you'll have a great time. You get some great shots of your car. You get some great people that enjoy the driving, etc., etc., and be a cracking long weekend. Full details on driveadventure.com. So what do you think, Emily? You'd like to come to Scottish Highlands, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And you know what? They've even got a Starbucks in Fort William. Yeah, that's it, yeah. They have, yeah. And the RS will be through 8,000 miles once we do the trip tomorrow, the drive tomorrow. We're starting out in sort of...
Guys, seriously, get Starbucks.
northeast Cumbria, heading up towards Hartside, where I filmed the GT3s. Then we're heading over towards Langley, which is in Northumberland. Then we're looping back, hence why it's called the
Venti.
Hence that's why it's called the Northern Loop, and down towards Kirk for lunch. So we're going to go over the tops, Allen Heads, and over the tops. So that's going to be great. Finishing in Kirk for lunch. So you'll be catching some media from that experience. Sip. So there we go. So yeah, I would like more members. I would like more people to join us. I know there's people looking and thinking, don't sit on the fence, get involved, because you get value for money, you'll have some great times, and we'll capture it all for you. So I'm in the process in a minute. I was speaking to someone about
Dad's trips to 5 stars.
5 stars, yeah. At the moment, I'm speaking to someone about getting some photographs blown up so I can put them on my garage wall. And I've just ordered a Porsche crest. It's like metal, black metal, and it's got like a natural wood finish with all like the Porsche logo, like in a shield. So that's coming. So I'll show you that when I get that done. So that's going to look quite good. But right now, we are headed home. Emily, how did it go today?
Primark, Starbucks, Krispy Kreme.
You know what's going to happen now, don't you? We're going to get stuck behind these cars. Well, no, we're not, because I just go like that. It's all over.
Guys are saying, another day, another Starbucks.
Another day, another what?
Another Starbucks.
Another Starbucks, yeah.
Another day, another Starbucks.
So there we go.
Oh, that's just my bag from Primark.
Excited for driving venture. It's building. And can't wait for the great time. The great times I've had so far have been super. You know, I really enjoyed it, and there's plenty more ahead. So get involved, get stuck in. Those people that have got involved and with the club, they I think they say they've had a thoroughly good time. So hopefully you can be one of those people. So anyway, what do we say now? Thanks very much for watching today's video. Hopefully you got something out of it. Hold on to your Porsches, you don't just sell it for the next new thing, because they're so good and they get better and better with age, like wine and whiskey. So we will see you
next time.